before the chaos of the day starts, there's a moment, barely a minute, where you get to decide how you're going to show up. Not just what you'll do, but who you'll be. Most people let the day take them. The Stoics? They started by taking hold of themselves. Their thoughts. Their mindset. Their character. What if you could face life with the same clarity? The same calm? These 11 reminders aren't just quotes, they're tools. Ideas tested through war, exile, and loss. And they might be exactly what you need to hear today. Stoic philosophy isn't about being emotionless. It's about keeping your head when things go sideways. It's about understanding what you can control, letting go of what you can't, and showing up every day with character. The ancient Stoics like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca weren't just ivory tower thinkers. They were practical people living through war, exile, and political chaos. They wrote to remind themselves how to live, not to impress others. If you want to bring some of that into your own life, here are 11 things to tell yourself every day. These aren't affirmations in the usual self-help sense. They're more like mental anchors, Stoic reminders to keep you steady, honest, and focused. 1. I can't control everything, and that's okay. Most of what happens today will be outside your control. Traffic, weather, other people's moods, the news, your boss's emails, it's not up to you. What is up to you is how you respond. That's the core of Stoicism, recognizing the boundary between what's yours and what isn't. Epictetus said, "Some things are up to us and some are not." If you can really accept that, you free yourself from frustration. You stop wasting energy trying to bend the world to your will. You focus instead on your actions, your choices, and your effort. 2. This moment is enough. We spend so much time replaying the past or worrying about the future that we miss the only thing that's real right now. Marcus Aurelius, who ruled the Roman Empire, had to remind himself constantly, do not let your reflection on the whole sweep of life crush you. Do not fill your mind with all the bad things that might still happen. This moment is all you've got. So make it count. You can't go back, and you can't skip ahead. Be here. Do what's in front of you. 3. I might die today, and so might everyone I love. This sounds dark, but it's actually grounding. The Stoics practiced something called memento mori, remembering death. Not in a morbid way, but as a call to pay attention. Life is fragile. The people around you won't be here forever. Neither will you. Seneca wrote, "You act like mortals in all that you fear, and like immortals in all that you desire." Reminding yourself of your mortality doesn't make life gloomier. It makes it sharper. More vivid. More real. Say what needs to be said. Don't put off what matters. 4. What matters is how I act, not how I feel. You can't control how you feel. Some days, you'll wake up anxious, tired, angry, or sad. That's fine. Stoicism doesn't tell you to erase those feelings. It tells you not to let them run the show. Epictetus put it plainly, if someone succeeds in provoking you, realize that your mind is complicit in the provocation. Feel what you feel, but act with intention. You don't have to be cheerful to be kind. You don't have to be fearless to be brave. What matters is what you do. 5. Hardship is part of the path. Nobody gets a smooth ride. If you're struggling, you're not doing life wrong. You're just doing life. The Stoics didn't shy away from pain, difficulty, or failure. They expected it. They used it. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." In other words, every obstacle is a chance to practice courage, patience, or resilience. You don't grow in comfort. You grow in friction. 6. I don't need the approval of others. Stoics placed a high value on independence of mind. They believe that your character matters more than your reputation. That doesn't mean you shouldn't care about people, but you shouldn't live for their applause either. Seneca reminded us, what is the point of having countless books in libraries whose titles the owner could barely read in a lifetime? A student is burdened by them, not helped. The same goes for trying to impress others, it weighs you down. Focus on being good, not looking good. 7. I have enough. Craving more is a recipe for restlessness. You can chase money, status, and success, but there will always be someone ahead of you. The Stoics argued for a kind of inner wealth, contentment with what you already have. Epictetus again, wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants. This doesn't mean you shouldn't aim high or work hard. It just means you shouldn't build your happiness on things that can vanish. Look around. Chances are, there's already more than enough. 8. I can choose my response. No one can force you to react a certain way. People can lie to you, insult you, disappoint you, but your reaction is your choice. That space between stimulus and response is where Stoicism lives. Viktor Frankl, who wasn't a Stoic but echoed them closely, said, "Everything can be taken from a man but one thing, the last of the human freedoms to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances." You don't get to write the script of your day, but you get to decide how you'll play your role. 9. This isn't personal. Most people aren't thinking about you. That rude comment, the cold email, the weird look, it's probably not about you. And even if it is, so what? Marcus Aurelius wrote, when you wake up in the morning, tell yourself, the people I deal with today will be meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest, jealous, and surly. Why? Because people are people. If you take it personally every time someone's off, you'll drive yourself nuts. Give them some grace, and give yourself some peace. 10. What's the right thing to do here? This is the Stoics' version of a compass. Not, what do I want, or what's easiest, or how do I win? Just, what's right? Seneca wrote, just as one person delights in improving his land, another his horse, so I delight in attending to myself, my soul. When you're focused on your values, honesty, courage, and fairness, you don't need to overthink. You know what to do. It's not always convenient, and it's not always popular, but it's always solid ground. 11. I'm here to serve. This isn't about being a martyr or a doormat. It's about understanding that a good life isn't lived inward. The Stoics believed we're all part of a larger community. Your role is to contribute to your family, your work, your neighbors, and even to strangers. Marcus Aurelius said, what brings no benefit to the hive brings none to the bee. When you're stuck, anxious, or lost in your own head, look for a way to help someone else. You'll often find that it helps you, too. In conclusion, Stoicism isn't a checklist or a quick fix. It's a practice. You'll forget these things. You'll fall short. That's okay. The point is to keep coming back. That's why the Stoics wrote daily, why they reflected, why they reminded themselves of what they already knew. Telling yourself these things isn't about becoming perfect. It's about becoming consistent, reliable, grounded, a little wiser today than yesterday. That's what the Stoics were after, not control, not perfection, but character. So tell yourself what matters. Every day. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more content like this.